Welcome to the Depth Dive. We're jumping into some really unique source material today, all focusing on this figure called the Heir.
That's right. It's quite a specific theological viewpoint.
Our goal here is to pull out the most, fascinating ideas from these texts you shared. We're looking at creation, purpose, destiny, a whole divine blueprint, really.
And there are definitely some surprising connections in there.
Okay, let's get right into it. The sources, they start with this concept of a second God, the Son.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes this, frankly, huge decision to become a creature and inherit time-space.
Yeah, it's foundational to this whole perspective. And what's really striking is the idea that time-space wasn't just, there.
Right. It says it was created for him and through him. What's the significance of that exactly?
Well, according to these texts, it shifts the whole focus. From the Father's viewpoint, only the Son is truly precious.
Only this.
Right. Which means creatures, like us, don't have inherent value to God in this model. It's a bit like toys.
Toys. How so?
A parent doesn't really care about the toy itself, right? They care about it because it belongs to their child, because the child loves it.
Ah, okay. So our value isn't intrinsic.
It's derived. It becomes meaningful, even profound, because we become the Son's inheritance. We're for him.
Which connects back to Scripture, like Isaiah saying creation is for God's praise.
Exactly. It's praise directed towards the Father because of the Son and what's being done for him. It reframes everything.
So that's the grand plan, the purpose. But how does it actually, happen? How does this inheritance become real?
The sources point very clearly to one thing: the Son coming as the heir.
Like in the Gospel of Luke reference.
Luke 20, and specifically it all hinges on the cross.
The cross, okay.
Yeah.
But is it just about the physical sacrifice? The blood?
Not entirely, no. The sources emphasize the process. It's the Son actively, willingly pouring out his life and crucially experiencing that abandonment by the Father.
That abandonment, that sounds intense.
It is. And that whole act, that demonstration, is presented as the ultimate proof of God's love, side by side with his unwavering justice.
And that's what gives value to time-space, something that was otherwise meaningless.
Precisely. It imbues it with immense eternal significance. It's the linchpin.
How does this tie into, us? Humanity, sin, all of that.
It connects directly to the idea of the last Adam.
Okay.
So the first Adam, in this view, brought a curse, a brokenness to humanity's soul. Some sources say the body, too.
Right.
The Son, as the last Adam, doesn't just fix it. He takes that entire curse upon himself, absorbs it, you could say.
To redeem not just people, but all of time-space.
Yes, the whole creation is that profound display of love and justice together that cleanses sin and allows creation to actually reach its completion.
Wow. Okay, so bringing it down to the individual listener, to you listening now, what does this mean for your choices?
Well, you have free will. That's fundamental. And you're presented with a choice, according to these texts. To obey the Son's rule of love, or the alternative is destruction.
Rule of love. Does that mean following a set of laws?
Not quite like rigid laws. It's framed more as a voluntary, almost grateful submission. It comes from truly getting the depth of his sacrifice and his perfect justice shown on the cross.
You can't achieve this obedience on your own steam.
No, the texts are clear on that. It's only possible through God's grace. But, importantly, that grace isn't forced. You have to be willing to receive it.
So when someone chooses to understand and embrace that love and justice,
their free will is, in a sense, perfected. That's the idea. It leads to a state where sinning again isn't just avoided, it becomes impossible. The inclination is gone.
And this whole plan isn't just for humans. You mentioned angels, too.
Yeah, that's a surprising element in the sources. The church, specifically through the resurrection of believers, apparently plays a role in demonstrating God's wisdom to the angelic realm.
Solidifying their free will, too.
That seems to be the implication. It secures freedom across different dimensions, you might say.
So looking at the bigger picture, then, the Son is ultimately exalted.
Absolutely. His name, Jesus, above all names. He's identified as the creator, equal to the first God, existing beyond time-space.
And head of the church.
Yes. And that headship isn't just about status. It's about ensuring, through his loving authority, that eventually all of creation willingly submits to him. Not by force, but because they see his perfect justice and love.
What an incredibly detailed picture these sources paint. We've really traced how creation, free will, destiny, it's all interwoven with the son, his inheritance, his sacrifice.
It really is. It suggests this meticulously designed universe where ultimate freedom and love aren't just ideals, they're secured eternally through this profound act of, well, divine self-emptying.
It definitely leaves you thinking.
Mm-hmm. And maybe the question for you listening is, how does this understanding of such a grand, purposeful design change how you see your own place in it all? What does freedom really mean in this context?